4 miners remain trapped tonight, more than 13 hours after water flooded a mine at the Gleisian Colliery near Kilabebbill in the Swansea Valley. The money raised by the charity helps pay for 5 members of staff here, as well as the solutions and the gels which are needed for the tests.
Well, my tanning injections have arrived. There's enough in this bottle for 10 doses, but it only comes with 4 alcoholic wipes and just 2 needles, and the instruction leaflet is very basic.
I've been out and about in Milford Haven, and as you heard in my report, people are really pleased about the jobs that have come here. 360 tonnes of fuel are coming on board the ship, and that's... Oh!
The aim of making changes to the legal aid system was to reduce the annual justice bill here in Wales and in England by £350 million. But the government promised victims of domestic abuse that they'd still have access to funds. But we've been given figures by the charity Welsh Women's Aid which show half of the women that they've surveyed have been unable to access help in the family courts since the changes were made last April.
Wow!
What an introduction that was! Hello and welcome to the launch of Made in Cardiff TV. I'm Mariclare, Carey-Jones. What's the going, Cardiff? I'm joined now by Chris Gordon and Sophie Melville, who play Romeo and Juliet. Thank you both for joining me.
This is the bit I'm sort of dreading and loving at the same time. I've got worms in my hand, which are absolutely gross, but look, it means the monkeys come right up to me.
It's their favourite. OK, well, I'm going to take your word for it. Wish me luck. I'm going bodyboarding. Let's go.
Well, this is quite an amazing chimpanzee here at the zoo. His name's Ronnie, and as you might have noticed, he's doing this all the time on his head. And that's a type of sign language because he actually wants me to take my hat off. So I better do as he says. There you go, Ronnie. Well, this beautiful Labrador cross lurcher is called Max. He's 3 years old and he's been here at the sanctuary since March, so he desperately needs a home. He's wonderful with other dogs. He's good with children, but because he's such a big boy, they'd rather see him go to a house with older children than smaller children, or maybe adult only. But if you think you could give him a loving home, please get in touch with All Creatures Great and Small. Here you go, Max.
Good morning. Today I'm at Chepstow Racecourse ahead of the Welsh Grand National, which takes place later today. There are many different types of resilience needed when running a farm business. We'll be looking at resilience in all its forms across the week on Farming Today. And it's also the theme of this year's Oxford Farming Conference.
We've just come up to the top of the hill and the view over the water is magnificent. As you can hear, I'm out of breath from walking up that hill, but you've got up here okay on the tramper.
I've got up here and I'm not out of breath.
But that's something that would be impossible for you to walk up because of your disability.
I couldn't do that.
Overcrowding and a lack of capacity in prisons has been dominating the headlines. But at the UK's only prison dairy farm, state-of-the-art milking machines have been installed.
When I've been out in the countryside, there isn't many women that look like me.
When you say women who look like me, for our listeners, can you tell them what your heritage is?
Yeah, I call myself a black woman. I'm of mixed heritage.
I'm listening to the bird song as I walk through the Gwent levels on my way to the new nature reserve, Bridewell Common. And it's definitely hands-on here at the moment. You can hear the goats around me. And in my arms here, I have one of the babies. As part of his conservation work, Prasop is the project director at Mandalao.
Mandalao Elephant Conservation was set up 3 years ago to encourage ethical tourism and to help protect the species.
Well, we've now found shelter from the rain under one of your polytunnels here. How many of your plants are you growing under these conditions? I am surrounded. There's a tank in front of me with huge spiders. There are some domino cockroaches.
If his legacy is that other dogs are safe because of him, well, I think that's fantastic. And I think Pierre would too.